teachers. As usual, we're going to do a lesson today that only requires pencil and paper. If you have a board or sound spelling cards, you could use that instead. But we always try to just have paper and pencil because we know a lot of times we have newcomers in our class and we have no curriculum, no extra materials. So we want to use what we have, okay? So all you're going to need is a white piece of paper as always and a pencil. The purpose of today is we're going to talk about phonics and letter sound correspondence. We're going to talk about common nouns. We're going to go over some pronunciation and we're going to go over some alphabet practice. And I'm also going to give a quick extension activity if you have some newcomers that are a little bit higher, maybe second year, mid-year. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and on our white piece of paper, we're going to draw 5 or 6 boxes. And they shouldn't take up the whole paper because after a few days, you're going to need the whole alphabet, okay? So your student is going to write the letter in uppercase and lowercase above each box. Here I have A, B, C. And here you're going to pick out a couple of easy common nouns. Remember, that's also part of the foundational skills that are part of the new ELD standards. Well, they're not that new anymore, are they? And you're going to go ahead and draw some simple pictures. So we have an apple, a bat, and a cat. Then you're going to go ahead and write those words because we always want them to write. We know that when we write, we tend to remember things more, okay? So after you have your 5 or 6 letters, 5 or 6 pictures, and 5 or 6, the actual words below, you and your newcomer or group of newcomers are going to go ahead and do this. So you're going to say apple, apple, A, bat, bat, B, cat, cat, C. Then when you're done, you're going to go back and you're going to say the letter sound. And you're going to tell the kids, okay, we just did the letter names. Now we're going to do the letter sounds. Apple, apple, bat, bat, b. So you're going to do that. And the next day, when you add 3 or 4 more letters, you're going to start at the beginning. Let's say you go all the way to maybe L. Every time you add more, you're starting at the beginning and you're doing the name of the picture and you're also doing the initial sound and you're also doing the letter name, okay? And you're using that terminology when speaking to your kids. All right, so repetition is everything. It's everything. If your students come in and they already know certain words like apple, bat, you can go ahead and make things a little more complicated. Maybe do astronaut or I don't know, some word that's a little more complicated, but try to stick with onset sounds, right? We're not yet going to ending sounds. That's a little more difficult. About mid-year, if your kids have been here a few months, definitely I would say do this activity even after you've practiced it 20 to 30 times, 20 to 30 different days. I would say go ahead and do it again with new pictures because there are some difficult letters and there are some difficult words that are, we have to repeat things over and over. But if you have kids that are a little bit higher, I would do the same type of thing. I don't know how you could see my picture here, but you're going to do the same type of thing. But instead of the alphabet, you're just going to do short vowels and long vowels. So you pick a vowel for the day. Maybe you could staple the paper together, right? And so here's short A, here's long A. You're going to find, you could just go to, I call it in my class Uncle Google, your best friend, and say list of words that have short A or list of words that have a long A. Pick some simple words, I'd say maybe 6 and 6. And you do the same thing. Hat, short A, hat, And then here it'd be cake, long A, cake, A. And you practice that just like you practice this. Every day it takes 2 minutes and, every day you could have a different vowel, just staple the papers together. And then the kids can actually make this on their own during independent work time. And the most important thing is that they repeat it. They could repeat it to you, to an aide, to their friends. Maybe if someone's done early, little Johnny, who's your newcomer, could go over to that student that's done early, and they have to go ahead and say all these things over and over again. All right, have a good rest of your day.